Good greetings, my beautiful lovelies. It's Emmy. How are you? It's great to see you and welcome back. Today, I'm going to be tasting a selection of celebrity interesting food combinations. Some may call them cursed, but I'm curious and I really want to know what these taste like. So the catalyst for today's video comes from a recent interview that Ferrell did on Stephen Colbert. He was asked what his best sandwich was in his opinion, and he replied with a salami with grapefruit on rye with a little slick of mayo. Part of me thinks that he was trolling. Part of me also wonders maybe it's good. So I proceeded to look up some other celebrity food interesting combinations, and we're going to be tasting them today. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's prepare some grapefruit. So I'm going to prep the grapefruit. The way we like to have our grapefruit in our house is to supreme it. I believe that's what it's called. It's when you take wedges of citrus, the wedges from in between these membranes, and you cut them out so you leave all that membrane behind. And it not only looks beautiful, but it tastes marvelous as well. So on a grapefruit, this white pithy stuff tends to be pretty bitter. So if you remove that, you get the beautiful grapefruitness. I think I learned this technique from watching episodes of Jacques Pepin on PBS on Saturday mornings with my mom and my brother. So much you can learn. So what we're going to do is cut between each membrane here, removing the wedge of fruit. So cut here at an angle, here at an angle, and then we get that beautiful piece of fruit, leaving the bitter membrane behind. Next we go to the next one, fold that one back. So it's actually a pretty quick technique. And again, grapefruit can be a little bitter, but it's sweet when you remove the membrane. Why is he doing that right now while I'm filming? We've got some construction going on, so don't mind that. I think that's enough for our sandwich. But so what you do with the membrane is that you take your impeccably clean hands and you squeeze all that juice out. And then you drink that juice, which is just so good. So good. So I've got 2 slices of rye bread. Rye bread contains caraway seeds. Can you see those little flecks? So it has a bit of a kind of anisey flavor. To be honest, it's not exactly my favorite, but this is what Will likes. It's not about my favorite, it's about his favorite. So he says a slick of mayo. All right, we're slicking it on. I do like mayo though, especially on a BLT. On a BLT, it's essential. Next, we've got some salami. Salami. I love the peppery salami, the salami that has the black pepper on the edges. So good. Next, we're gonna put some grapefruit. Will's trolling us, isn't he? It's all right. I love all these things. Well, not the bread, separately, so maybe it'll be great. All right, it's like mandarin slices or something. All right, slice this sandwich in half. Boom. Rye, salami, grapefruit, mayo. Itadakimasu. Well, it's odd. Let's try a bite that has a little bit more generous piece of grapefruit. Well, it's succulent. I'll give it that. The rye is very strong. It's very caraway, anisey, kind of nutty, and really kind of outcompetes the flavor of the salami, which I'm surprised by because, in my opinion, salami has a very distinctive flavor, especially if you get one that's coated in lots of black pepper. So you definitely taste the salami in there. Maybe I could have put a second layer of salami instead of just one. But it's mostly rye that I taste. And then you get the grapefruit, which is very tart, and more importantly, very juicy. So you get this citrusy, juicy thing going on with rye bread. It's not a horrible combination. Just not one that I want to repeat. I think I'd much rather have my grapefruit like this. Next, we're going to be tasting a beverage, and this comes from Lipa. And it is a combination of Coke, jalapeno pickle juice, and regular pickle juice. I find this to be very questionable. First of all, I don't love Diet Coke at all. I adore regular Coke. Give me that high fructose corn syrup or sugar preferably. But diet, I just don't like at all. I just cannot stand artificial sweeteners. But maybe the addition of pickle and jalapeno juice will make a difference. Skeptical, but maybe. Okay, so in goes the Coke. I'm gonna add some jalapeno juice. I'm gonna add 3 teaspoons. An equal amount of pickle juice. All right, and then I'm gonna add more Diet Coke to top it off. All right, there is our Dua Lipa concoction. Cheers. Nope. You know what's interesting? After adding jalapeno seasoned vinegar and dill pickle vinegar to a soda, what I find most off-putting still is the artificial sugar. It's that cloying, lasting flavor on my tongue after it all. I mean, it does taste a little bit dilly, and somehow the additional vinegar makes it taste a little sweeter, but you definitely taste a little bit of dill. It's not spicy at all. You just get this kind of chili flavor. And now that I've had a couple sips, I can taste it on the back of my tongue. The jalapeno flavor, that kind of lasts. That's a little bit stronger, surprisingly to me, than the dill flavor. I thought the dill would be stronger, but the jalapeno is the flavor I taste more of. And it's not delicious to me at all. It's not something I would crave, not something I would want. It tastes a little bit like a cocktail because it's some kind of concoction without alcohol. No, don't recommend this one. Maybe with regular Coke. No, why mess with a perfectly good drink? Nope. No thanks. So our next food combination comes from a celebrity in our family, and that is my mother-in-law. And she says that having Raisin Bran cereal and orange juice is a good thing. She said she tried it when she ran out of milk one day, and she actually enjoys it and eats this regularly. So I'm gonna taste it. So, Raisin Bran. Oh man, made a mess. A cereal that's full of fiber, which has great benefits, and we've got some raisins in there as well. Raisin Bran. Light, crunchy, wheaty, just a touch of sweetness. Hardly sweet at all. Very, very flaky. Thin flakes. Thinner than corn flakes even. And now we're just gonna add some orange juice. I'm using freshly squeezed because that's what I've got. Wow. All right, lovelies. Raisin Bran with orange juice. Wow. It smells great. It smells like orange juice. Here we go. Oh no. Oh no, Grammy. It's very sour. No. I suppose it's all right. I think my brain's just having trouble processing this whole experience, but it's a lot sourer than I expected when I think of cereal, in particular breakfast cereal. I think of sweet, and then I'm having orange juice and it just seems so sour. But it's not bad. but I don't want to eat my cereal like this. So interesting. Wow, am I gonna have anything that I like out of any of these? I don't know. Another one that I discovered, but I have already tasted, is Lizzo's combination of watermelon with mustard. I'll put a link down below to that one if you want to know my opinions on that. Next, Selena Gomez. She enjoys a Reese's peanut butter cup with pickle. Slice of pickle on a peanut butter cup. What's with the pickle combinations, peeps? I don't know. I love me a Reese's peanut butter cup. So here's Reese's peanut butter cup. It has peanut butter inside that's famously salty. That's what makes it great in my opinion. And milky peanut butter. And we're going to grab ourselves a pickle and put it right on top. Wow, isn't that a nice one? Perfect little slice. Alrighty, here we go. Itadakimasu. It kind of works. Wow. It kind of works. Reese's peanut butter cups are very, very sweet. So the tangy brininess of the pickle kind of offsets that. And it's salty too. The pickle is salty and the peanut butter is salty, but the pickle slice makes the peanut butter taste more savory and it balances out the sugar. And it doesn't taste overly dilly. I thought the dill would overpower the peanut butter situation, but it doesn't. They enhance each other and it adds a nice kind of crunch to the situation, like a succulent crunch, along with the kind of snap of the chocolate. It kind of works. Wow. Selena. But in some respects, I'm not surprised because peanut butter, in my opinion, has this really wonderful chameleon quality. It kind of can morph into different kinds of dishes and it can be sweet and salty or simultaneously sweet and salty. It makes savory things more savory and sweet things just more lovely. It's a wonderful thing. And so I shouldn't be surprised that peanut butter cups and pickles work together, but I am surprised and you should try it. Try it next time. Try it with your buddies. It's pretty good. We're doing another Selena Gomez combination. Ritz crackers, pepperoni, and spray cheese. Sounds great. This one doesn't seem that strange to me at all. So, Ritz crackers, buttery, flaky crackers, slice of pepperoni. This sounds like the perfect after-school latchkey kid invention snack, right? Do you remember that time I made a bologna cake? Stacks of bologna and cream cheese seasoned with ranch dressing and then used spray cheese as icing? Check out that video in case you didn't see that. We've got easy cheese in American flavor and we're just gonna do this. Oh boy. Shows you how many times I use this. I think Selena toasts these in the toaster oven, but I'm gonna do cold style because this is what I would have done as an after school snack right here. It's gonna be delicious. Here we go, itadakimasu. Very salty. But Ritz crackers and their buttery crispness, real throwback, especially with cheese. Do you remember those little cheese sandwiches that would come in sleeves? You can still get them. The orange crackers or with peanut butter. Oh, I didn't like the peanut butter ones, but the cheese ones were all right. That's what these taste like with a bit of pepperoni. But I like the addition of pepperoni. It gives you a little bit of a subtle, just a subtle little heat, kind of a porky meatiness in there. A little bit of spice. Great. Our last food combination comes from Channing Tatum. And this is a sandwich he said he used to make as a kid. It's a PB&J, peanut butter and jelly, with Cheetos. Again, another brilliant kid invention. I think this is gonna taste delicious. We've got our sweet and salty crunch. It's gonna be good. I have to confess, I never grew up eating a lot of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, so I don't have this great affinity or love for them. My oldest child likes them very much, as does my husband. He actually likes peanut butter and sliced apple. Peanut butter and honey. That's a good one. Peanut butter and honey, like that combo. But we are doing peanut butter and, oh geez, jelly. We're doing raspberry jam. I know, many of you are gonna say, where's the strawberry or the grape jelly? I got raspberry. I actually prefer strawberry. Strawberry jelly is my thing, but I don't eat a lot of toast and jelly, but my kids and my husband does, and they like the raspberry. So these are actually raspberry preserves. Smells great. Okay. And we've got peanut butter. I happen to have crunchy. The kid and the adult in me now still loves having everything right to the edge. Next, Cheetos. It wasn't clear to me if I should get Cheeto Puffs or Cheeto Crunchy. I like crunchy, so I got crunchy. All right. Here we go. Then we do that. Oof, look at that. I can imagine being pretty excited about that as a kid. Just out of curiosity. Let's give this a slice. Cheetos. What is that? I mean... Alrighty, let's give Channing Tatum's PB&J and C a taste. Itadakimasu. It's interesting. It's fun. I really like the texture. The crunchy Cheetos add a big crunch. You get the peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth, kind of like pasting up in your mouth. And then it does that weird thing when you combine sweet and salty together. It kind of heightens each other. The Cheetos make the peanut butter and jelly sweeter, and then the jelly and the peanut butter make the Cheetos taste saltier in my mind. They both kind of like amplify each other. The combination is a little bit odd for me, especially the raspberry jelly with the cheese or the Cheetos, but I could see how a kid would really like this. I mean, listen to that crunch. Okay, after the third bite, I get it. Yeah, I think this one totally works too. If you like peanut butter and jelly, try this. It's really delightful, surprising, fun, texturally complex, but doesn't go too far out of like any kind of comfort zones. Like this is probably what you would have already around, right? You're just combining forces. Alrighty, my lovelies, let me know down in the comments if you have an interesting food combination that I should try. I'm particularly interested in the childhood ones. I love the perspective that we had when we were small. Alrighty, my lovelies, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media, like this video, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo. Take care. Bye. Ooh, soggy Cheetos are not good. You have to eat this right away. Oh, I love Cheetos.